Yeah, but you know,
Oh,
no future
yikes.
shit.
Yo, y'all
Same
live,
here.
man.
All right.
Y'all live though. Remember when you said I'm ready? That's when I press the button.
Yo, I'm not on Facebook too.
Can I use that laptop?
Yo, check. Hold on. I'm live on Facebook. I'm live. Trish, we live.
We live, baby.
We down a host today, right now, but the show must go on. I have to my left. You may know him from Life is Good.
Yo,
This is
yo,
my
yo,
guy,
yo,
Brad.
yo. What's going on, people?
To my is this my right? I can't really tell. To my right, we have the lovely, beautiful Trish, but she's like one of the seven deadly sins.
That's right.
We're gonna call it that.
Sin.
Her name is Sin, formerly known as Trish, like the artist Prince. Today, Trish, how was your Thanksgiving?
My Thanksgiving was good. It was spent with the family. It was peaceful. I kind of ate and caught the itis, so I took me a little nap, but it was good. How was yours?
Um, I chilled out. Thanksgiving's a little rough, situation different in my household, but chill with family, the lady, my son, the wife, chilled out, nothing major. Brad, what about you, man?
Thanksgiving was good. It was good. Family, one plate. That's about it. It's a long day.
All right, cool. So I guess we're gonna jump right into the festivities, Usually we're missing the queen right now, Miss Mystique, Things happen, but she will be here. But as I said, the show must go on. I appreciate you, Brad, for stepping in
No problem.
and
No
being the
doubt.
queen.
Wow.
I
Perfect.
appreciate that. You know what I mean? Long hair don't care.
Yo.
Today, what we gonna talk about? Cheating.
Oh,
Mm, mm.
thought it was something light.
You thought so, huh? Not on this show. To cheat or not to cheat? That is
Depends
the
on the
question.
situation.
You always gotta not cheat.
Why, Trish?
Cause cheating gets you into some shit.
What's
Might even get you
qualified as
shot.
cheating?
We gonna
What
touch that,
determines
Brad.
cheating?
Qualified as cheating. Trish, what do you think is qualified as cheating? I have a couple different ideas myself.
All right. So if you in a relationship, you made it official, you know. And
What's official?
Official, like you my woman, I'm your man. That's official. Like we together. That's official. Is it not?
Is it like back in the day when you get the note?
No,
Yes,
niggas
no,
don't
maybe.
even ask that way no more. They just be on some don't play with me. Like that's what you know.
That's a fact. Don't play with me. That's a fact. Don't play with me.
Play with me.
Mask on. Hold on. COVID ready. Mask on. Don't play with me. Don't play with me.
Don't play with me is the would you be my girlfriend? Yes, no, maybe. That's the new joint.
I don't know, bro. I figured,
That's
I'm an old married man. I'm out the game. You know what I mean? I'm old and married. I'm out the game. So I don't know how the new terminology work. But from what I get is, I used to be like, yo, you want to make it official? You want to be together? You want to be my shorty?
Send a yes, no,
We gonna make
maybe
a
letter.
date. Like today's the 18th. Today's the 19th. We gonna make it simple.
That's when it was cute.
I'm old
We
too.
used to send the little I love yous and the little like
Oh
the little
no.
notes and shit.
Just
That
the
was
yes,
cute.
no, maybe.
It was. Here's my opinion.
You gotta take the mask off.
Here's my opinion.
You're doing it for me.
The mask gotta stay. Look,
You gotta take
because this is a scary situation. You gotta always keep the mask on like this. You don't know who's watching. You don't know who's watching. No, I feel anything you can't do in front of your significant other is considered cheating. Right? That's the code. That's what females say. Right? So flirting, cheating,
No.
texting is. Thank you. We're gonna get into that, bro. I don't think flirting is cheating. If a girl is my waitress.
Hold on, wait. Let me look at Trish's face when I say no.
because like if you can't flirt in front of me, then technically it's cheating. Like anything that you can do in front of me, then you shouldn't do behind my back.
So let me give you an example, right, Trish? Let's just say I'm trying to buy a car, right? And the salesperson happen to be a saleswoman. and she flirting me. Oh,
Flirt,
handsome.
baby. Better get that discount.
Oh,
I
now
want the
flirting
low,
okay
low.
though.
Now flirting okay.
Because it's in a different sense. You're not flirting to get to fuck, to like be with her.
Maybe why you always gotta flirt to get the fuck though? Maybe you just want to
I mean,
feel
that's-
like you got it still sometimes.
I mean, in that sense, it's a little different because the only intention behind it is just to get discounts. That's different.
So it's okay to flirt as long as I'm getting discounts. So if I
let
get
me
a
not put
discount,
that out there because it ain't okay. It's just, it's a little simplified at that point.
interesting. Here's my opinion, right? I don't think flirting is cheating. Everyone flirts, whether you want to believe it or not. You flirt with people you even know you're flirting sometimes.
I
A
mean, 'cause
smile, a blink,
being friendly could be taken as flirting.
you don't know what that
Yeah,
person
man,
is taking.
I'm extra friendly. So
I'm a friendly person too.
I'm fat, so I have to be friendly. It's part of the makeup.
my
you know?
man, my man.
You know, when you fat, you got to be jolly.
Mm.
So sometimes people can take jolliness as flirtiness, and I don't think that. You know, so in my opinion, I feel flirting is not cheating. However, I feel like if you texting somebody, we got a problem. If you trying to hang out with somebody, yeah, we got a problem, right?
What's
don't-
the text?
Here's my thing. I can also text innocently, but some girls become insecure because it's another female. Let's just say I wasn't in a situation and I was single, right? And I text you, Trish. We text because we talk business.
Right,
We talk nothing but business, right?
right.
But my significant other, if she doesn't feel she knows you or she doesn't feel like she's met you, she could take that as why you consistently texting this person. In reality, my text is actually innocent because I'm just trying to get to this bag, as the kids say. What they say, the Birkin?
Yeah, but she should be mature enough to understand that that's completely different.
Should be.
Yeah, that's why I said should be, because not every female's, you know what I'm saying, gonna respect that. Like,
I agree. This is a very, very touchy subject
but then it
because
becomes that fine line too, because even though you get into the bag and you're talking business and stuff, 3-4 o'clock in the morning, it's not acceptable hour.
but
So
if
I
you
feel like that's also something that you got to take into consideration too.
okay,
So if it's 3-4 o'clock in the morning and she's bitching about it, like what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Then I could understand. But if it's during normal business hours and she's just, oh, who's that? Like,
What about like
come on.
midnight?
that's the cutoff.
Yeah.
12:01.
If it's important.
OGs used to tell me ain't nothing open past midnight but legs and White Castle.
Yo, but now McDonald's still open. I'm fat, so I know that McDonald's still open. McDonald's is still open. It truly depends. Flirting has to be intentional. You can flirt and have no intention. You can text and have no intention. It's when it becomes intentional that it becomes cheating. So if I'm flirting with you just to handle business, or I'm laughing because it's a joke, like, oh, this is my work friend because we have to work together, we flirt. That's different. But cheating is cheating. Like if I'm flirting with you to try to get the drawers, I'm flirting for a reason.
Yeah, and that becomes a form of cheating.
But y'all females don't understand the difference.
So y'all think emotional cheating is a thing?
Ooh, yeah. I'd rather
Emotional
listen.
cheating is
Listen.
okay.
Between me and you, I'd rather mine just get dug out to have a failed the nigga. That's your hurt, nigga. You love that nigga? You love
Damn.
him? You told me you love him?
Why
Ooh.
can't it be neither though? Like, I don't know. I don't understand that part, that emotional. Because if you're, especially for a woman, like if you're already emotionally connected to somebody else, that relationship that you had, you're already done with. You're already done with it.
Explain. Elaborate, please.
You're already done with it. Like, there might have been some type of feeling of neglect, or she's not getting what she wants, or support, or whatever it is. She might have even expressed it to you once, twice, 3 times, and you still didn't cater to her needs, regardless of what it is, whether it was spending time or just being more available. Because, I mean, up until I had a daughter, I didn't understand that us women, we are needy.
Yep.
We are needy, and it
Super.
starts from birth. Because, like, I've helped my mom raise my brothers, and my brothers, they video game and by themselves, they're Gucci. They don't really need to be in your face, be all over you. But women, we like attention from the start. But going back to what I'm saying though, like if if she's already emotionally connected or saying that she loves the next nigga, like she's already done with you. And if she's not real enough to just keep it honest, that she just you got something that she want, she's just stringing you along.
But
at
I
that
feel like
point.
women cheat. Like women get emotionally attached. Like when men cheat, there's very little emotional for the most part.
It's usually with everything that y'all do, it's less emotion.
Agreed. But listen,
I have a heart. I just want you to know I have a heart.
I've
know?
never seen it, Brad.
You
I've known you for years now. I've never seen it. You're the most
you might
heartless
have a
person I
heart, but y'all
know.
don't use it really. Like y'all more logical in certain situations or more selfish
Listen,
in certain situations.
Being that I'm in a situation, I'm married, right? I don't believe in cheating, right? Let's just say that. I don't believe in cheating when you're with that person. However,
What does that mean?
however, you will be tempted. You will be. How can I word the word I'm looking for? You will be. The devil will come. All jokes aside, it's always going to be options and stuff like that. If you want to listen, if you think cheating is fun and you want to talk about it with us, also just so you guys know, you can call in as well. The station phone number is 718-477-0139. Just so you know. Call in, enjoy. So
I feel like this sounds weird, but every relationship, I've invited women to cheat. Like, do that, cheat. So I know that you don't really fuck with me, so we could both move on.
that shit don't hurt.
So somebody says, so Onyx S. Gonzalez said, how about dancing? Is dancing
Primo. That's my
not
man.
salsa
Primo.
dancing? I'm talking about women grinding on you like.
Oh, that's a good question. In the club, reggae style, back in the
It's
day,
not
90 party.
so in my opinion, that is not cheating, but I don't have the stomach to handle that. I'll punch him in the fucking face. And then I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna holler at you because you should have knew better. That's not cheating. That's not cheating. But I feel like you testing my manhood. Like you trying to disrespect me.
Yeah, I can't. Honestly, that's cheating. Like
that shit hurting my pride.
There's no reason why y'all both at a club together.
What if she can't dance?
And I mean, y'all better get to two-stepping.
What if she can't dance?
Y'all better get to two-stepping or just enjoy being together. Don't be having other women.
I would prefer to take my wife to the club. I do. I prefer. I'm not really a club person anyway. That's not my thing anymore. When I was 20, I was a club person. I ain't gonna lie. I was in Thursday was college night. What was it? Thursday college night.
Thursday's college
Friday.
night.
I forgot what Friday
That's
was.
The start of the work hour. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Saturday was some type of event going on, and Sunday was a day party. But those days have passed me. I'm sleeping at 9 o'clock. But all jokes aside, I just think. Let me ask you a question, sir, because you always talk about you're loyal, right? That's your thing. Why do you think, from a person that's a loyal point of view, why do you think you got cheated on or people cheat?
Because I've allowed them to get comfortable.
Elaborate.
When you get comfortable, that's when you start fucking up.
So you was like, yeah, you can fuck this bitch?
No.
That's not comfortable. You have to elaborate. What do you mean comfortable? Were you doing his clothes?
Like more so just being wife before the ring. Like to me, that's letting a nigga get comfortable. Because you shouldn't do anything that's not within your title. I'm girlfriend, not wife.
Yeah, but all right. So my question with that, right? Mm-hmm. If you only do things that's girlfriend, how do I know you worth becoming wife?
Great question. That's I have to see the wife in you before I wife you.
I mean, you'll obviously see it because if it's natural, it's natural. But you got to do things that's gonna bring that out of a person. You just can't be on some boyfriend shit and expect to get a wife. Gotta match
men's jobs are to provide and protect. We're gonna show you that from the beginning. That's our main job: provide and protect. That's our DNA. Every man is going to provide. Every man is going to protect. That's their job. Not all, but that's our DNA as a man. Now, there's some other people out there that don't do that.
That dynamic has definitely changed. I'm a fan of going halfsies on that provide shit, man.
We live in a different era. We all live in New York, where New York is a little bit different.
I have no problem stepping in when you short. I have no problem taking care of you. doing what I need to do. But if I'm going to work and you going to work, why we both not handling what we need to handle?
I mean, yeah, you could collectively come together. Y'all pay for things together, but at times it does feel nice when you just push it together, or your woman puts things together.
Oh,
Doesn't
absolutely.
always have to be that way.
No, I love. All right, for example, I love coming home to a clean house. I'm messy. Anybody tell you, Gio? I'm messy. That's my downfall. I'm messy. I'm gonna come in the house. I'm gonna take my shoes off. I'm gonna take my shirt. I'm messy, but I love coming home to a clean crib. I keep it a buck. So she keeps it clean. That's my biggest argument in my crib.
All right, but do you clean though?
First of all, you're in my business.
No.
You're in my business. I don't like
no
that.
bathrooms. I don't clean no bathrooms.
I don't
I don't do no.
What I don't mop. I don't clean bathrooms.
I don't do bathrooms.
It's not my thing.
Give me. I'll take an extra portion of any. I'll take a whole fucking bill. Don't give me the bathroom.
So you'll take an extra bill before you'll clean the bathroom.
Before
Absolutely.
I clean the bathroom. I'd rather work overtime than clean the bathroom.
I hate the bathroom. You gotta get a pause. You gotta get your knees.
I mean, it might be a fair
my
trade.
back ain't
but
good. I can't clean the bathroom.
what type of bill you taking on though?
Whatever you
like
want.
Shorty's half of the rent. Or
Whatever.
Oh, that's
Not half. I'll take a half of your half.
I take half.
Yo.
I'll take half of your half. But I'm not cleaning the bathroom. Don't ask me. Don't make me clean the bathroom.
That's how y'all feel too. Y'all just clean.
I don't clean the bathroom.
Like,
That's my. I get into a fight about that consistently.
I wash dishes. I clean the living room. I wash the
dishes,
car. I throw
what
gas
about
in it
what about
every
the
time.
bedroom? Folding clothes.
I'm doing all that. I do
Folding clothes.
I do all of the laundry
Asian lady
in
do
my
that shit for
household.
me. I drop mine off $27. Pick up 2 days.
Oh,
Wash.
okay.
I do all of the laundry because it's the time to get away.
I honestly like to wash my own clothes. I have dropped it off before, but I hate the way they fucking fold it. So
That's OCD.
No, I hate the way they fold it too.
But
I
that-
have-
they literally
Point
just
proven.
fold that
Point
shit in half.
proven. Point proven. OCD.
Like, I'm not paying you to fold my
Yo,
clothes.
it's
in
a
half.
certain way I stack my shirts in my drawer. Like my
Right.
shirts are stacked face up.
So nobody, neither one of y'all see that as OCD.
I
We
do.
see that
I
as
have
being
OCD,
neat.
bro.
Why
I
can't it just be seen as being neat?
I'm obsessive about it.
Why can't it just be seen as being neat?
No, I tell like this. I say like this. Neatness is important, right? It's one of the most important things. No man wants a dirty woman, right?
Right.
So there's certain things that make men cheat. There's certain things that will trigger men
But
to
being
cheat.
dirty shouldn't.
That's a major thing for a female. You would train your entire life to clean up. Female, no disrespect. I'm sorry, that sounds sexist. Is what you want to sound.
Time to go.
Listen, yo, back in the day, I used to get sent out the house and my cousin would have to clean up. You know what I mean? That's just old school shit. But I understand you have to be clean as a man, you have to be proper and stuff like that. But back to cheating, you said you let him get comfortable, right? You let him get comfortable in the aspect of being a girlfriend, a wife, instead of just being a girlfriend.
Yeah, in that aspect, and also picking up slack.
Do you feel it's necessary in a certain situation? Like, for example, Brad said, how can he know that you're a wife if you're not doing wife things? At what point do you show him just enough wife and then stop?
What's wife to you then?
You just
differentiate, because
No, what's wife
gonna
to
have to
you?
clear-
Because
no,
you
no,
said
no,
it
no, no,
first.
no, no.
what's wife to you? You're the wife.
Where do you draw the line? Like, yo, I'm not doing this
A
because
wife-
only a wife should
a
do
wife will wash your clothes. Your girlfriend should not wash your clothes.
this. I just want to
Well,
put out
she
there
my
that
fiance.
I wash all of the clothes. My pops,
Y'all can
growing
go
up,
do
my
laundry
pops,
together.
growing up, my
I
pops
do
used
my
to
own
take
laundry.
me
You
5
do your own
a.m.
laundry. Maybe you might want to wash the way she folded some shit, but wash your own fucking drawers.
What if she at my crib?
I'm
If
just your
she's
girlfriend.
at my crib, you leave clothes at my crib, I'm washing.
Wait, y'all asked us what? Y'all asked us 2 questions.
No, I'm saying, what if she leave clothes at your crib or he leave clothes at your crib?
Which is
You should wash them.
You talking about washing clothes? His girlfriend at night.
I
Which
mean,
there should
if you
also
left
always
like a
be like a
garment-
week and a half
if
of
you
clothes.
left like a week and a half, that's a
Yeah.
lot of clothes. I'm thinking we
Mm.
talking about 1-2 days tops. 1-2 days tops. I mean, if you leave a pair of shorts, a t-shirt, maybe a pair of boxes.
First of all,
right.
no
I
man
can
can leave
wash
a
that.
pair of shorts or a t-shirt or a hoodie at your house because when we get
Yo.
there, we won't be able to wear that shit.
Red said she washing her boyfriend clothes. That's what Red just said. And then
Who, me? That I'm watching?
No, her name is Reg. She just said she's watching the clothes.
Read this?
Yeah, I mean, so I'm following some comments here. She's watching the clothes. Let's see what. If my man Onyx says she stay in my crib, she's washing the clothes. So
I like, growing up, my pops, we used to wake up at 5 a.m. every Sunday and go to the laundromat. So I'm used to that. So I don't have a problem washing everybody's clothes.
Your pop's old school. I remember
Yo,
your pops,
5 a.m., bro.
Your pop
5
old.
a.m. on Sunday. So whatever you got, bro,
if
I'm
he
gonna
leaves
wash
a
it.
few items at the crib and you're gonna do laundry, I might say, yo, you want me to wash your clothes that you left here? So I mean, when he comes over next time, the shit is clean. But that's not something that's gonna be made a habit. Because that's to me, that's a wife equality.
Yeah, but you want to be the wife though, so why wouldn't it be a habit?
No, it's not that you want to be the wife. It's whether or not he wants you to be the wife.
See,
that's the problem with women is that you think that regardless of what you do for a nigga, if he's not going to wife you, he's not going to wife you. That's just that.
That is an absolute fact.
You could suck his dick backwards. You could wash his clothes inside out. You could do all types of crazy.
Sucking dick backwards. That's wife shit.
That's wifey, bro. Wifey do wifey do it back. Yeah. We need a 30-second break.
Listen, in all seriousness, if a nigga does not see you as somebody that he potentially wants to be with, because remember, y'all are hunters, right? So what you do is you hunt the prey. If you feel like you see Bambi running across the street and she too skinny or whatever it is that don't fit your criteria.
Why we gotta kill Bambi though?
Because we're talking about hunting, all right? So if she don't fit your criteria and your standards, you're not gonna wife her. Regardless if she's doing everything, you just may not still have that feeling for her. You just may not see her have that quality, like that potential. And that's just that.
Okay. So let's say you do that, right? Let's say I wife you, right? Let's just say you don't do the girlfriend things, right?
Yeah.
And I say to myself,
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Do you feel like the person getting cheated on has any responsibility in getting cheated?
Absolutely. We'll get into that.
But I do feel like if a guy does not want to be with you in that way and make you his wife, it's never gonna happen. You know how many people I know that are together, not married, together, 20, 30, 15 years, whatever, and they still don't get married?
That's women. I feel. Well, I mean, I don't think. I also feel like marriage is a business aspect of it. Like
you adding the government into it, right?
If I'm loyal to you, we don't have to be married. Like I am a fan of marriage.
Big fan.
I am a big fan of marriage, but I feel like marriage is not like the end all be all.
I mean, it's not to this generation. You know what I'm saying? But when are we going to stop normalizing this?
So can I ask
what changes from y'all being loyal to each other?
Back in the day, it was like if y'all was gonna be together, y'all had to be married. That was just the thing.
Yeah, but back in the day, there was mad affairs and outside kids.
We're not gonna get to that, but I'm
just
saying.
Somebody you know right now. I'm not saying somebody I know, but somebody one of y'all know got a they father got a family down the block. Their brother, one brother is 11, other brother 11 and a half.
I'm not saying.
It's just grandma kept the family together. She keep the business in the church. Nobody in the church could find out. So that baby was illegitimately down the block, stayed down the block, but they was always cheating. There's always been cheating.
And their moms go to the church.
Not the church. What she a deacon or a deaconess? What's she? She usher?
She's an usher.
She usher at the church?
Oh, she ushered him right in.
I feel like marriage. Hey, I agree with you. Marriage is definitely a business decision. Marriage is love. You're supposed to love the person you marry. You're supposed to. What movie was that, Brad? They talking about 80-20. What was that? Tyler Perry movie?
Yeah.
That's 100% true.
80-20 rule.
So you're gonna get 80% of what you want in your wife, bro.
Yeah.
The 20% is that shit you should stay away from. However,
it's great.
But what about 20% is amazing. What about for somebody that you might see potential in, right?
No, you can't fall in love with potential.
They're not showing you the wifey qualities yet, but you want to build her up to be that way.
I feel like that's the problem with women. I feel like women fall in love with potential, and that's what gets y'all in trouble.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna be great. His rap career is gonna make it.
Fall in love with what he's showing you.
Right, exactly. Nah, I agree with you 100%.
He has the potential to be a great worker, a great leader.
Because that is a downfall that women do fall into. That you love the potential of what he can be, or him telling you, "Yeah, I'm gonna change," and still doing the same shit. So women do fall in love with potential, but it's a downfall on us. We got to stop doing that.
It's to a certain extent. I believe potential. You have to have some type of potential as a man. Let me rephrase that. You can fall in love with certain potential, like he's in school.
As long as he's
getting stuff
manifesting
together.
that potential.
He's manifesting it.
Yeah, you
But
get
at
27 days.
Yikes.
27 days.
That's it?
That's ain't that a movie or
That's
something?
27 days to form a habit. It takes 27 days to form a
Dad.
habit.
What I'm saying is,
So if it takes that long to form a habit, like say for example, he does some dumb shit and y'all argue about it. You tell him like, yo, from now on, you need to make sure that you wash the dishes, and not only your dishes, but the dishes that's also in the sink. If
That's
there's
crazy.
dishes in the sink. Right. So look, this is just an example, right?
I'll use one plate.
So boom. So now, a week later, he's still doing the same shit. Obviously, he's not showing that he's going to change. The second weekend, he's still not that you're holding on to a potential that he's going to do something that you asking him to do. But if in the first week he's already, oh, now there's no more dishes in the sink, like he's cleaning up behind himself.
All right, so
he's manifesting that. He's showing you, right?
Here's the tricky part. What happens when, because you was talking my ear off, I wash the dishes for a week and a half,
and I don't get no credit for it.
and then I go back to not washing no dishes, and then you scream again, so I wash the dishes for a week and a half, and then I go back to not
I'm gonna
doing
have to
it.
point that out to you though, because it's either two options at that point. It's either you give the fuck up about bitching about it, because really, you know, if y'all a team, y'all shouldn't even be bitching about washing the damn dishes.
Right. So.
But, or you bitch about it some more, and if it don't change, then
I feel
You
like
leave.
I feel like there's no gender roles in the house, but like
I
Rose
agree.
said,
No gender roles.
there's no gender roles. But there's certain things I'm not good at.
Like cleaning
there's
the
certain
bathroom.
ways you clean that I'm not gonna go. I'm not. You listen. When I clean, right? I'm gonna clean my best ability that I know how to clean, right? You may mop the floor a whole different type of clean.
see, but we can't compare the way people clean
But
because that becomes a sense of pettiness. Like
It does. But
just the fact that you're cleaning alone should satisfy the female. Now, if she feels like you're not cleaning to her standards, and she's a bitch. Sorry. And two, she needs to just fucking clean up behind yourself. Then, like,
But that's
if you
also-
clean and she feels like you didn't clean the right way, then just clean on top of however he cleaned.
What about the time?
Because
What about the
to
time
me,
it
it's
takes
just like
to clean?
that's that tit for tat shit.
Like for me, living rooms, bro. That might take me 2 days to clean. Right?
Why should
y'all-
the living room take you 2 days?
you start cleaning, you sit down.
Yeah, that shit got a TV in there. Like, yo, it's a
You pick
TV
something
in
up,
there.
You pick something up,
Yeah.
like, damn. Oh shit. this is a
All right,
movie.
so
And then I just folded everything. I dusted everything. I wiped down everything.
So
I'm
you're
be
a
like, yo, I'm gonna
distracted
take a
cleaner.
break. Yo, I'm a super distracted cleaner.
Yo.
I mean, it happens to us all.
My homeboy Gary said, just hire a cleaning crew.
I mean, if you got the bread, shit, yeah. I've
Word.
been wanting to hire.
What did you say?
cleaning
I
lady.
said that's a bill I
Shout
might
out
take
to
on,
any
Brad.
cleaning services. Hit up the radio station because I've been looking. So
No, I back to cheating, right? I feel like all that. Men are very simple beings.
Yes.
As you
y'all
don't,
swear y'all.
but we're very simple.
Yeah.
Food,
Why do you think we're not simple?
Food, fucking fun. Everything we want falls in those three categories. Food, fucking, and fun. If we play video games, that's fun. If we like to watch TV, that's fun. If we like the way you cook, that covers food. If we're horny, you know what you gotta do.
If I like going out and doing ratchet shit with my friends, that's fun.
Ratchet shit with his friends.
Mm-hmm.
But for example, me and Brad play. Well, I don't play anymore. I'm retired. But we play football. That's our time away. You know, we enjoy fun. We play football.
Okay.
So that's part of fun. That's simple for us. Now when we come home, we just want to relax. After a long day at work, I just want to hear ESPN. Din-din-din. Right?
Okay.
Nobody wants to hear nagging when you walk right in. Nobody wants to hear you gotta do this, you gotta do that,
Well,
do that.
let me ask you this.
Okay.
When you walk into the crib, how you walking in?
Jolly. I'm always
I'm
smiling.
happy as a mug.
I'm happy I got that shift.
Okay.
And you want your partner to reciprocate that. Now, I'm not saying my situation is like that or it's not like that. What I'm saying is I know what it's like prior to being in a situation where you're unhappy. I don't use names, but let's say I want to say about this one girl stuck out in my head to this day 10 years ago. Let's say call it 10 years ago. Yeah, I lived in Brooklyn with her. Right, we worked at the same place. Right, my job was way more stressful than her. Right, I would get home at a later hour than her. Right, I would prepare the food. I would season it, whatever you want to call it. Right, I would come home to the same food season. Why I cook food? If you get home 3 hours earlier than me, if I did have to work. Now, she left because she said I was wasting her time because I didn't want to get married. But Who wants to marry somebody as simple as that? If I prepare the food, season the food in the morning before I leave, my shift started at 12. Her started at 9 a.m. Mine started at 12. She was going by 8.
Yeah, but then she did you a favor though, because at the end of the day, nobody wants to be with somebody who's not your partner. You know what I'm saying? And to me, that's part of being a partner, team player. If I get off of work earlier than you, because I had that situation with my ex, I would leave the house before he would. So I would ask him, like, you know, can you take out me or can you take out whatever? And he would take it out, let it defrost. Sometimes he even season it.
Did
By
you
the
ever
time-
come home and be like, I didn't feel like cooking this. You should have took out the chicken.
Nah, we never did that. If it was on some, like, he didn't take it out or whatever the case may be, maybe he overslept or he played the video games for too long, we just ordered food. Or I would just be like, all right, then I'll just cook. Because it's a part of, one, not nagging about stupid little shit, and two, being a team player, being a partner. You can't treat your man how you don't want to be treated. Like, sometimes you got to put yourself in their shoes.
You're
like,
a unicorn.
you know, I'm tired of hearing that.
Most women
I
are
am
not
really
doing that.
No, like, I'm starting to take it to offense, right? Because
I'm saying most women are
legit-
not that simple. Like, most women are not just going to say, okay, cool, let's just order. Or, okay, cool, I asked you to do this, but you're tired, which is what Ev just said.
I don't know, maybe the females haven't experienced or haven't, let me not say that. Maybe they haven't learned from their experiences. Because some people can go at the same thing 20 times the same way. Versus 2 times, and the first time they did it, they learned from it. From the second time, they did it a different way.
Absolutely.
I agree. But we all have faults in everything, right?
Yeah, because I've been faulted. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been this way. It took me to honestly go through stuff with my last 2 relationships for me
Okay.
to really be a mature, level-headed person that I am now.
Not in
And
my,
that's the reason why I'm so, like, on who I date and who I give my time and my energy to, because it's just like I want to stay on the path that I'm on, not be taken off of it. So if I'm going to engage with somebody, they either got to be on the same path or encourage the path that I'm on. You get what I'm saying? If they're already there.
I had a
the
couple.
growth.
I want to answer a couple questions here, Trish. On the line. Okay, facts. I did that wrong. That was facts. Been cleaning my living.
What?
My man John said he's been cleaning his living room since Friday.
Yo, that's a fact, man.
You know,
Yo,
sometimes
that's
it
a
be like that, though.
two-day
It do, because
Cause you don't want to.
but I found like the best way to clean is music. Like, if I have no distractions, turn up the TV, put some tunes on, and just clean, like, that's when shit really be coming out like clean.
No, I
But
agree.
if I'm in like one of those, like, fuck, I gotta clean, I gotta do laundry, I gotta do this, I'm gonna get distracted too.
No, I agree. But
Especially with social media, because sometimes I'll check like a message, and then I'll get like another message right before I'm about to put my phone down. And then 20 minutes later, I'm on my phone. An hour later, I'm still on my phone. Mine needs to clean, so it be like that. But
my mom said, this is what she said. I'm old school. A woman should cook. If a man works, he should come home to a meal, period. How you feel about that?
I feel like she's
First of
old
all, I
school.
love your mom.
Word, shout out
Second.
to mama, right?
Yo, I like to cook, so sometimes I want to come home and cooking is my
Shout out my
de-stressor.
mother-in-law.
Like, I like to cook. Like, I cook, bro. Like, I cook. So sometimes I come home and I want to cook.
I agree. That's why I said there's no genders in my crib, because sometimes, yo, listen, we both live in a world where we work. We all work. We all work
Yeah.
together, right? We all handle business, right? We all work. You may work, Brad. You know what you do. You may work 48 hours straight
Yeah.
and not come home and cook, but you know you're gonna have a meal. I'm the
Right.
same way. I don't have a problem in my crib with food or anything. That's not my issue. And in fact, I don't really got issue. But I've had situations where females only thing they're good at is looking good, and then
And that's
you want
a
to stay with that
problem
looking
to me.
good girl, but then it's like, damn, this shorty's cooking for me. This shorty's doing everything that said wife wants to do. So sometimes men cheat the transition.
And then it's the other way around too. Sometimes you get a woman that do all of that and has a problem with looking good.
It has to be equal balance.
Yeah.
I don't want to see you in a bonnet every day.
No.
That's a part of getting comfortable. That's a part of getting comfortable, and a lot of people fall into that category where they get comfortable and they don't bother dressing up no more, looking sexy, or even for the guys too. Y'all stop getting your hair cut and stuff because, you know, y'all getting y'all beard trimmed and all that stuff. It's like makeup for y'all.
First of all, I'm fat, so I gotta keep my looks up.
But
Facts.
some
Word.
men will let themselves go. Like, I've been
I don't
through
have that luxury.
Word. I can't go
Looking all
outside
scruffy
just
and
regular.
woofing and-
Nah.
Yo, Jamal said if a woman can't cook, pack it up. GG's.
Pack it up.
You gotta be able to cook. Like, I get it. I get that we live in a fast-paced world. But if you can't cook, boy, I'm out.
Yo, you should have like 5
Honestly,
30-minute
I
meals in your
just feel
repertoire
like
that just like
A
you
woman
could
that's
just pull
really
out at any time.
smart and strategic will tell a nigga that she can't cook.
But my
First
thing
of all, if you tell me you can't cook, let's be friends.
yo, my man Gary
That's as
said
far
you
as
can't
we
have big
go.
drawers neither. If you got your big, no more big drawers. Not the big drawers, Depp.
Yo,
Well, I mean, you know, if the big drawers is pulled out, you ain't getting no cootie cats. It's all right.
If a man,
I wanted to
if
leave-
a man
I'ma
can't
leave
eat,
that
pack it
one.
up. Listen,
But men gotta be able to cook too. Like,
but
I
most men
agree.
can't
I
cook.
agree. I
because
like
cooking
to
is
cook.
fucking tiring sometimes. Especially if y'all got kids or you had a hard day, 13-hour shift at work, and you gotta come home and cook and shit like that. Like, you be tired. So it's gotta be an even give and take. Like, yes, the old school is like, oh, if a man, blah blah blah. But how old school is that? Like, that don't even exist no more. Where the
Last
woman,
week-
where
last
the woman
week-
usually stays at home, and the man is the one that's
My
bringing
time to
in the
shine.
bread and shit like that.
Win
Why am I getting
Pabubian.
fired?
Let me tell you why I put the gunshots up.
Uh-huh.
Because last week, you and Mystique said a nigga gotta come home after an 8-hour shift and give you 3 rounds. But you can't make a plate of food for a nigga?
No,
Wait,
no,
wait,
no,
wait.
no,
Time
no.
out, time out, time out, time out, time out.
Yeah.
We did
3
speak
rounds
about,
after
we
8
did,
hours?
We did speak about the 3
I
rounds.
mean, 8
but
hours
what did
not
I
that
say,
much.
though? Because I'm all about give and take and what's that word? Compromising. I said that he could just lay there.
I just want some steak.
First of all, after 8 hours,
I'll
I
feed
mean,
you. I'll feed you. That's you know what I mean. But it's
No,
just gotta be an even give and take.
I agree. That part I agree. I don't know how we got to the food. I don't know how we got.
Because niggas
from
is
cheating
hungry.
to
That's
food.
why.
Yeah.
Niggas
Nigga
is
said, "Yo,
hungry.
I'm hungry. I don't care about no cheat. If you cook it for a nigga, I'm gonna stay."
Niggas
and
is
some
me
hungry.
dead.
that ass though. Sometimes like you get, guys are guilty of this shit. You could get another girl that cook better than your lady, and you just want to spend time over there now.
That's some greedy shit.
Like you just want to spend time and chill.
I understand that because my wife throws down, so
Yeah,
listen,
everybody cooks different.
that don't count. But listen, I remember I'm gonna give you a story, quick story. We go back in time, way back in time, way back in time. I think I was 22, right? Yeah, 22. And there was
Yeah,
this
it's
chick,
back in
right?
time.
That was back in time. You know, I'm old now. She can cook. She could. I mean, she was bad. I'm not bad. I'm talking like bad. Like, you know, I'm fat, black, ugly. She was definitely out my range, bad. You know what I mean? And to this day, my grandfather, rest in peace. My grandfather used to always say, "Yo, how you get that, boy?" You know what I do, and I do what I do, granddad. But she was bad. She dressed the part. I'm talking like whatever the style was back then. Let's say I'm gonna equate it today. She probably was the Prada girl, the Balenciaga girl. Whatever we was wearing back then, she was doing that. You know, the high fashion.
America's Cup Pradas.
Or whatever she was wearing, we was wearing back then, she was doing it. Now, I cheated multiple times with a chick that wasn't as cute, right? She wasn't as pretty, but she stroked my ego. She listened to my conversation. It wasn't about her when we went out. Every time I went on a scene with her, it was a fashion show. She was. I wouldn't say she was not famous, but she was popular in her little section. Her little section. I'm from Long Island, so she was popular in her section in Long Island, so everybody knew her. In Long Island, there was 4 clubs you went to. You went to like Nagasaki, you went to Sambuca, a couple of different clubs, and you went to Rack. So that was the scene then. So she was known in the scene, and I was sleeping with some girl that I would call ugly, but she would cook for me. She would make me feel special.
Every man cheated with an ugly girl.
Ugly girls are important. I'm not
They
saying.
listen.
Listen, Brad. Let's not use that word.
I feel like that's a typical fucking.
Non-attractive women.
That's typical move.
So
Nah, but like I feel like the key thing that Ev said was she listened.
listen.
Like she cared. Like, yo, I seen this video last week and it was like, yo, what's the equivalent of man bringing flowers home to his lady.
Nudes.
What's the
Unexpected nudes.
Yes, but
That's like edible arrangements.
another equivalent for that would be your time. You shutting up and listening. Ask me how my day was.
Sometimes I agree with that, Brad.
That shit means more to me than like sometimes that meal. Feel like you were concerned about how my day went.
Okay. Brad, from a man's point of view, I agree with that 100%. Nothing like you had a
Gary
rough day.
says, stroke a man's dick, you get him for a night. Stroke a man's ego, you keep us, what? You keep us forever?
Fact.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
That is a fact.
Can I put a gunshot to that?
Yeah.
Where's my sound effects?
Shout out to that
Where's
man.
my sound effects? I gotta put my
Shout out
sound
to that
effects
man.
up. Like, listen, you can stroke. Whew. Let me read that again.
That man is
Stroke a
that's
man.
fact.
I'm gonna clean it up. Stroke a man's private spot. You know what I mean? You get him for a night. Stroke a man ego. You keep us forever. Yo, that's facts, man. There's nothing like being a man or having a girl or a woman that supports you or a woman that that holds you down when you weak or you having a bad moment. That stops me from cheating. That's who niggas usually cheat with. It's not always
Yeah.
the finest girl.
No.
It's the girl you be like, yo, I had a rough day at work. Tell me about it.
Tell me about your day. And then she hits you tomorrow. You know what the icing on the cake is? When she hits you tomorrow and be like, is your day going better?
That should be annoying, though, to be honest, when y'all niggas be cheating with the ugly bitches. I'd rather her be bad.
Yo, Jamal said, stroke me, baby.
I'm done.
Mr. Move Your Hand. That's why.
Mr.
man.
Move
Mr.
Your Hand.
Move Your Hand. No, man. The ego, man.
Y'all ever been cheated on?
Who, me?
Let me know.
Yo, people
yo.
ask you that question,
Yo,
right?
I will talk
And
about
it.
my favorite answer is not to my knowledge.
Listen.
Because I don't trust that I've never been cheated on. I just trust that
I trust
I
that I've been
haven't
cheated
found
on.
out about it.
We be.
I
Can I be
trust
real,
I've
son?
been cheated on before.
Can I be real, son?
Be real.
Son, be real. I got cheated on, boy. Listen. It was my fault though, and this is the big thing in cheating. I tell you like this.
It was your fault.
I'm not gonna.
I don't
expose
date
myself.
women.
I grew up as
I don't date
scumbag.
anymore. I will never. Let's just say my wife dies or I'm married. I will never date a woman that is not done with her child's father. Because they'll be broken up for 6 months. You be the good nigga. You do everything for a little kid. Do everything you're supposed to do. Be the
Old
good
thing back.
stepdaddy.
Get the old thing back. Come back.
And the next thing you know, she goes, I'm just trying to save my family. Trying to do what?
And this is why I don't like to date niggas that
I put in
got
time,
kids.
huh? Effort. I took her to daycare at 7 a.m. when you was sleeping. This is all personal. This is all personal. It's all personal. I've been hurt.
Somebody get a violin.
Yo, somebody give me a towel. I'm about to start crying. You know what I mean? Then they move to Florida with the nigga behind your back.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. Do.
I just wanted to know if you ever wanted to fight him. I got your back.
We got jump son. Oh, say
I got your back. Whatever you need to
It's
do.
the opposite person's fault, though. Because niggas be pillow talking.
What? Elaborate. What you mean by that?
Word.
Well, I mean, it would be for y'all, it would be the shorty. But for me, it's niggas is always pillow talking. Y'all creating this story that you got that's completely false to what's really the fuck going on. And you got the other shorty believing it. And then now that shorty, because, you know, women are by emotions, will feel some type of way towards your baby mother. Like, oh, nah, me and my baby mother, we not together. We not fucking around with each other. It's nothing. I just go over there for the kid. Mind you, every time you coming over, you smashing.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
First of all, I'm a fan of being an asshole and being 100% honest. Anybody that knows me
respect that.
knows. I'm gonna tell you what you don't
Yo,
want to hear.
Nicole Seabrook says exactly, sis. Is that what she said? What you said? Yes. She probably said in her mind.
Yeah,
Right
because
here,
it be true. Like, niggas be fabricating stories to have the other bitches be.
Yeah, but it's
feeling
also on.
bad
It's
and
also on the person.
Now
I'm
they
not
feel
gonna
like
say
they
male
gotta
or
be
female.
The better bitch, and it's just.
I'm not gonna say male or female. I'm gonna say it's on the other person's common
Right,
sense
but then
to
y'all said
realize.
that so y'all said that y'all was gonna go fight homeboy, right? But for what though?
He
So
got to
Shorty's
get the
one that
business,
set
bro,
that up,
because
though.
he knew I was with her, son. Son knew I
Oh,
was
he
with her.
knew.
He knew. It wasn't no.
Oh,
that was
oh,
her. Baby
that's
daddy.
That's different.
He knew. So, you know what? I don't want to talk about it no more.
Yeah, that's different.
I don't want to talk about it.
Word, stop bringing my man's pain up.
It's
When
paid.
the other person knows they got the rights to get some beats downs, but at the end of the day, just be the bigger person and walk away.
Yo, if you want to call in and talk about cheating, this is the time to talk. Tell me your stories. 718
Heartbreak hour.
477-0139. Call in. We gonna talk. We gonna talk about how that nigga treated you bad and how she ain't shit. Tell me how you feel.
I agree though. Like, yo, if you get cheated on, why y'all go for the person? Like, why y'all don't go for y'all spouse?
What?
Like, if my lady's cheating on me, why I'm beating up the guy? He has no loyalty to me.
Right. That I agree with.
I'm not saying hold it. Let me put a disclaimer out there. I'm not saying beat your lady up.
Nah,
Please don't hit your woman.
no,
Please do
Don't
not
hit your woman.
I'm not saying that.
But shake her strongly. How I answer
we
this?
Got a caller.
Uh-oh.
How I do this, Brad? This.
There we go, right here.
Oh, that's Miss. I know who that is.
Reflex Radio. What's up?
Hello, Reflex Radio. Brad, get this right. This is your job for a living. You play with
Reflex
cameras.
Radio, talk to us.
Is this the Queendom?
What's up, lateness?
What's up? This is the Queendom motherfucking Queen.
Oh, we got another call.
I'm saying.
We hot
Yeah,
right now.
I'm not up there, but you know I got to call in real quick.
We listening, sis.
All right. So hold on. I want to touch base really quickly because I had to call in. This is a real touchy topic for me. So I had to call in. It's only right.
Tiffany, give us 5 minutes and call right back.
Yo, Tiff, give us 5 minutes, Tiff.
No,
5
no,
minutes.
Not you. The caller that's on hold. Tiffany, give us 5 minutes and call right back in.
Okay, yeah. So let me touch this. Let me touch base on this. So you see this cheating shit? A lot of y'all niggas really be putting up a front. Like, y'all put up a front and make it seem like y'all some perfect this and that. And be, I don't got time for that. Especially the niggas that got kids and know they still be fucking their baby mother.
I mean, but that's not me right now. But just, I felt you.
Don't do it. Because I am the top fed in New York City. The whole tri-state.
The feds?
I'm the top fed, all right?
Hang the phone up, Brad. The feds is here. Hang the phone up.
Word, she got wires.
That's what I do.
But why you gonna be why you gonna be a fed? Why can't you just trust them?
No, I am the top fed. All I need is my badge, Detective Carter, okay?
But if you got, all right, so if you got to be a fed,
I don't trust nobody.
Jamal, tell her just move your hand and be quiet.
if you got to be a fed, why deal with him?
Listen to what I'm saying, right? The reason why I'm not trusting you off the rip just like that is because niggas be putting on a front. Trust me. A lot of
All
niggas
niggas?
on this shit right now be putting on a front. So, yeah, we not trusting. I'm not going to trust what you show me because you going to only show me what you want me to see. I'm going to go find what
It's
I
a
need
job
to
interview?
find. I'm going to find out who the real you really are. I'm going to find out who you really are.
But can I ask you a question? Hold on. Can I ask you a question? Let's say you do all that searching, right? Now you find nothing. And now he done with you because you couldn't trust him.
Looking like Boo Boo the Fool.
Looking like boop.
Right? No, I'm not. All right, if you want to be, and I'm going to say, all right, and if you want to be done with me over that, then it was never meant to be.
Oh!
No way! No way!
Yo!
No way! What? So you
You do all the searching.
you did all of that, and now he mad because you ain't trust him, and he mad because you done went build like, yo, you done turned into the feds, and now he like, yo, I can't be with somebody that want to just not trust me
me.
off rip. Why you don't trust me? Yo, you gotta trust people off rip. You gotta give them enough rope to hang themselves.
Nah, let me tell you something. If
Yeah,
that's
but
all it
sometimes
takes,
you
then
don't-
I don't
you
even.
won't
Matter of
find
fact,
a
if you
hang
that quick to walk away off of that, then I don't want to be with you because that means you ain't really in it. And at the end of the day,
But
no,
you not in it.
fucking want
You
to
not
be
in it if
with
you
me,
checking my
walk away
phone.
anyway. You
Off
weak,
rip.
I don't want you.
So tell me, do you feel like you should have like the codes and all that to your man's phone?
Come on, you know who you talking to?
That's the OD
Ask
fed.
him that question.
That's the OD fed right there. Yo, listen.
No,
That's Jake Reed right there. That's Jake Reed.
Queen.
Oh, you don't
Mike
know.
Lowry.
Asking you, Queen.
Listen, this queen right here, I gotta listen. Our relationship is an open book. It ain't no secret. So yeah, you can have the code to my phone. I'm gonna have the code to yours. It's no secret.
So what if I don't want the code to your phone?
What?
What if I don't want the code to your phone? But I also
He
don't
don't want
you
the
to have it?
code.
But I want yours though. You gonna give me yours?
Damn. Yo, Mystique, we gotta go to the next caller. We'll see you next week. We gotta go to the next caller.
If I was on, I would have had to fess it
Yo,
up.
listen, look at God. Won't he do it?
I
Won't
love
God
this
do it?
energy, though. I love this energy. I could do this all night.
It would have been over. It's just because I ain't there, but I'll be there next week. Most
Yeah.
definitely.
Brad definitely gotta watch episode 1, Red.
Yo, I love this energy. I could do this all night.
You want to know who the fuck is talking right now? I love y'all. See y'all next week.
Shout out, yo, Tiff. If you want to call back in, you're welcome to call back in and tell your pain. This is the pain hour.
Reflex Radio, talk to us. One more time. Hello, Reflex Radio.
Hello?
There we go. We got you.
Announce yourself. Oh, listen.
Who we speaking
Let
to?
me put y'all on pause real quick because I can't hear my phone. There we go. So this is what it is. Like, real talk,
Oh, first, wait, hold on.
You gotta tell us
Who you
talking
are? What
to
you call? What
first.
you doing?
this is Tiff.
Tiff, what's up? I
Where
went to
you
high school
from,
with Tiff.
I'm originally from Long Island. I grew up with Evan, but I live in San Antonio currently.
Ain't you still in the military?
Nah, I've been out for a couple of years.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service. Go ahead. Now do me a favor.
Now fess us up.
Talk that shit.
No, Malta, I'm going to keep it a buck. I done been married. I'm divorced. I done been the girlfriend. I done been the wifey. I done been the wife. If a nigga gonna cheat, he gonna cheat.
All the
But
above.
I need to say this for all my ladies and for all my dudes, because a dude gonna cheat, a woman gonna cheat, they gonna cheat. Everybody cheats for different reasons.
Right.
A lot of motherfuckers cheat because they don't understand how to be loved.
Ooh.
They get scared of what it's like to really know what it's like for a motherfucker to love them wholly and completely.
She finna make y'all face y'all childhood trauma and shit.
Facts.
But if you don't know what it's like to be loved unconditionally, you don't know how to accept that love. So you always gonna look for what you're comfortable with.
Facts.
Agreed.
Always gonna be searching for what you know. That's
What
just
your mama gave
the
you.
power of who you are of life as
Some
a
people are brought up
human
on
being.
love,
It's the
some
same
brought up on
way.
survival.
If you've been in a domestic relationship or you watch domestic relationships, 9 times out of 10, that's what you're gonna go to because it's what you know. You only gonna be comfortable with what you know. People are afraid of what they don't know.
Absolutely.
So you can't necessarily always chalk it up to, well, she wasn't doing what she was supposed to as a woman, or he wasn't doing what he was supposed to as a dude. Because sometimes it ain't that simple.
So do you think that people can change then? Do you think you could change somebody like that?
No,
Hold on.
you can't
CJ,
change
she
a
definitely
person.
been through some
I think
shit,
you wanna
CJ.
You can't change that person,
You can't
but that
change a
person could choose to change for
Right.
themselves.
Yo, I love that
Right.
line. Yo, you guys say that again.
Repeat that.
That's the whole fact.
You can't change people. People gotta want to change for themselves. They
Yo, a
gotta
lot of
want-
y'all missed that. No dude, no female is gonna change for you.
But they want to save a nigga or save a hoe.
No, you can't be
can't.
Captain Save a Hoe. You can't date
Didn't I tell you
projects
that last week?
thinking
Can't
you're
be
gonna
Captain
turn them
Save a
into
Hoe. I
something
shall
great.
not be.
Stop doing
But
that.
females do
Nobody's
that and
gonna
they get-
change for you.
Females do that, and then they take their hurt into the next relationship because they were trying to fix the bum nigga.
Yep.
They get a good nigga,
That's it.
Mystique.
Yep.
They get a good nigga, and now they
Well,
searching his phone.
we can't even say females because men do that too.
Tiff,
Like,
we definitely
they go
appreciate
from
your call. Thank you
relationship
so
from
much.
relationship.
People are afraid to be
Yes,
alone,
thank you
too.
for calling.
You
in.
have a great night. Happy holidays.
Who's calling in next? Because the last 2 calls have been on fire. Who's next? Can I get a fella? Can I get one of my? The
Definitely
call.
need a fella to call.
I need a dude's opinion.
Mr. Move your hand. How about you call Jamal?
Jamal, move that hand. Yo, listen.
Nah, but seriously, people do go from relationship to relationship. They don't deal with their traumas. They don't deal with themselves. And most people don't even know how to love themselves. So if you don't
Absolutely.
love yourself, how can you love somebody else?
Love.
And how could you know
But
what
most
type
people-
of and this we're gonna get to this too.
What about
is
your
love language.
Right. That
Ooh.
was
You know
what
what
I
I'm
was
saying?
about to say.
Your love language. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know how your partner accepts or understands love, and we speak in 2 different love languages, then we always gonna bump heads.
No, you don't have to bump heads to speak.
No, you
different.
will, because if
So
there's
if your love
acts of
language
service,
if your love
there's-
language is affirmation and mine's acts of service, right?
right?
You have to understand that that's what I have to do and love me for that. Just like I have to affirm you. Hey, you did great today. You look
Well,
beautiful.
but yeah,
You
that
look
takes that takes a conversation, right?
But people are
that takes an understanding of each
Love
other,
language
right?
is the most important thing because
It
you can be
is.
totally opposite of somebody,
Yes.
and your love language just works out perfectly. And it's not
Do you
just
think
violence.
love languages change?
Of course.
Because I feel like
I feel like all of the-
depending on the
I feel
month,
like all 5
depending
love
on a
languages-
certain
Oh
day.
no, that's the moon.
My
That's the
shit
moon.
gonna
The Venus.
change.
That's the Venus. Whatever
What they
that's
say,
the
that
Venus.
shit is in a retrograde
The
and all
retro-
that
yeah,
shit,
the
man.
retro-
That's,
the Venus moon, boy. We're gonna touch that soon.
yo,
I got the astrologist
I
over
feel like
here, yeah.
depending on the day, my love language will change. Like sometimes don't do nothing for me, but just be like, yo, I'm here if you want to talk. Sometimes don't fucking talk to me. Just come in with some sneakers or some shit.
Yo, just feel my energy.
Yeah, like
You gotta. I get that. That's a love language.
But
Feeling my energy.
that has to have taken a certain level of y'all relationship. Y'all have to have met that in order to really understand each other, like to have that deep connection. People don't just get that with anybody.
A lot of times people are caught up. Here's the problem. People, when it comes to love language, cheating, whatever you want to say, people look. Don't get me wrong. You got to be attracted to the person you're with. You got to find something attractive. But a lot of time, you'll stay with somebody like we talked last week that gives you good dick for a female that you know you should leave, or a guy or a girl that's just overly pretty, her body's bag, you like having sex with her, but she does nothing for your soul. She doesn't feed your energy. She doesn't know your wants, your dreams, your needs. What makes you? A lot of people don't even know their spouses or partners' fears. What scares you, my nigga? What makes you upset? I don't like spiders
That takes conversation
at all.
though.
I mean,
And that takes communication and
some people are
comprehension.
just, how you say it, man? For like, I could just speak about myself, man. Like, I'm never gonna fucking. Do you feel like you ever would give somebody 100% of yourself? I would never. I could never.
I can't say that I wouldn't, because when I think of what I really want out of a partner and what I want in my love relationship, I want that 110% on both ends, to where it's so euphoric that when you walk into our energy, y'all feel that, like, damn, like, y'all love each other.
Shit
That's
sounded like a
deep.
Disney
You know
movie.
what I'm
This shit
saying? On
sound
some,
amazing.
like,
That's like a lifetime story. Right?
Word.
Lifetime story.
See, but that her lifestyle story fucked up, because that means if you cross her, you gonna fucking end up in the ditch
Somebody gotta
somewhere.
die, bro.
Both of y'all
Oh,
gonna end up in the
shit.
ditch somewhere.
Two to the head, boy.
Nobody's
Pause.
dying.
Nah, I mean, but me personally, I could never give 100%.
No, you can. You can, because
But can
It's
you
in
give
you.
100%
It's-
to
pause.
yourself?
The
It's-
most you get
the
is
emotional-
80
nah, you
Could you
I
give
can't agree with that.
100% to yourself?
to myself. I'm 100% honest to myself.
Not about honest. Could you give 100% to yourself?
Absolutely, I give myself 100%, but I will give nobody else 100%.
All right. So if you're in a store, right, and there's these pair of JOs that you want, cost $1,500, but
That's
you
that
only got
long-term JO?
$1,501 in your bank account. Are you gonna spend that $1,500?
Absolutely not. You'd be a fool.
Then you're not giving yourself 100,
Why?
because it's treat yourself, don't treat yourself.
Yeah, but
You
I
gotta pay
feel like
bills later.
I feel like
But that's not. We're not talking about bills though.
It
I didn't
depends
say
on
he
the
had
situa-
bills.
All right,
I'm
so-
saying
He
in
live in
that
mama house.
situation.
He live in his
where
mama.
the-
all right.
it's
So
not-
in that situation,
Yes.
it's strictly about if I want those sneakers or not.
It's whether or not you cater to yourself. 'Cause
Oh, I
that's when
cater
you
to myself
give
all the
yourself
time.
100%.
I
There's
cater
no
to myself
doubts
all
when
the
it
time.
comes
I cater to
yourself.
myself too much. How about that?
Are you selfish?
But
Yep.
sometimes that could. That's,
But can you be selfless?
Yep.
I don't think so, bro. I'm not saying you. I'm not with Brad. So I'm not talking about Brad.
I am very selfish. Yo, I got a daughter, and
Beautiful daughter.
people
Shout
ask
out.
me, shout out to Casey, man. I love you, little girl. People ask me, yo, who's the most important person in your life? Me.
Why do you say that?
Well, why am I the most important person in my life?
I believe that too. I'm gonna tell you why. I believe
Because if
Yeah, I
I'm
think
not
that's
doing
what I was
good,
saying.
I can't be good for nobody else.
That's a fact.
that. I agree on that. If I here's my
That was my
if I can't provide, no matter how much I love my son,
Word.
there's nothing I could do. Like my son asks me for V-Bucks every day. If y'all know what V-Bucks is, boy, that's that shit from Fortnite. Don't buy your kids Fortnite. One thing my wife told me, don't get him started on video games. I'm like, nah, I play video games. I'm gonna get him started.
That shit is an ongoing bill.
Dumbest thing I ever did financially. But I can't afford to do that if I constantly can't. If I can't work, he's not happy. You have to be able to provide. As I said, men, our DNA says provide and protect. Now, not all men provide and protect, but that's our DNA. So that's, and here's another thing. A man, I believe Steve Harvey said it, a man views himself by his career as well. If I'm not doing well or I'm not financially straight, I can't be, well, let me phrase that. A real man, because there's some dudes that will leech off a female no matter what.
Yeah.
I'm not one.
Trash. That's
I'm
what
not
we
one
call
of
it.
those. I can't leech. Now, if things go wrong or if I have a bad moment or, yeah, you lose your job, things happen, I expect you to hold me down.
But for how long?
You know?
Until I get back on my feet, because
Until I
I
get
do
back
the
on my
same
feet.
thing for you.
But what if 3 months?
As long
and
as
you
I am
still haven't
actively
got-
working on getting back on my feet.
Listen, you, Trish, you know the difference between a guy that's not trying to do it and a guy that's trying to get it done.
Like, give me
It's
like
a
2
blatant-
weeks, because depending on the job, I might be a little upset and I might be just totally thrown off. But after that week, as long as I'm actively working on getting back on my feet and getting back on top, you should be holding me down.
Hold it with no complaints.
Because I'm going to do the same thing. That's the selfless joint.
With no complaints. I shouldn't hear, get your ass up. There's nothing worse than
All
losing
right,
a
so
job.
if I'm holding you down, right,
Mm-hmm.
and you lose your job, so now I pick up some extra shifts. What does that mean for you and your duties at home?
I'm home,
Yeah.
I'm
Home,
cleaning,
I'm
I'm
out.
cooking, I'm doing whatever need to be done.
While I'm
So
looking
you-
As
for
long
so
as
you're
I'm
picking
looking
up some
for,
more weight.
yeah.
You
As
pick
long
up-
as I'm looking for active employment and
you pick
trying
up
to get
that
back on
part,
my
I
feet.
pick up the slack where you was at.
Yeah.
We're going to trade the slack for a little bit. We're going to trade position.
And once I get back on my feet,
Get
I'ma
back
buy
where
you
you
something nice, show you that I appreciated you. I appreciated the thing that you did for me.
How I make the speaker, bro?
Reflect Radio, talk to us.
Hi, this is Nicole.
Hey, Nicole.
This Bulldogs, Nicole.
Let me just say this, because you're talking about a lot of stuff. You can't say you're not going to give nobody 100%, but you want a sis to hold you down in the midst of your trouble. So how you want somebody to hold you down so you get back on your feet, but you're not giving her 100% of yourself?
Good question, boy.
That is a good
That's a
question.
great question.
Good question.
You can't have it both ways.
Right.
Because I just said I do the same thing. That holding you down is still part of my 80. I just said I cannot be 100% vulnerable to somebody.
Okay, but then we can't be 100% vulnerable with you to hold you
I could-
down.
I could be
in the midst of
vulnerable.
your trouble.
But holding me down is not necessarily being vulnerable.
Absolutely, that's vulnerable.
That's being a partner.
You want vulnerability on our part, but you can't get vulnerability. That's one reason why we cannot have good relationships with each other, men and women, because neither one of us want to be vulnerable.
Amen to that. That's
But if
true.
I'm giving you 80%, you really worried about the last 20?
But how could you ever really be
Absolutely.
in love if
What
you're
is-
not going
what
to be
does that
vulnerable?
mean?
No, see for me, so the 80% for me,
It's everything.
the 80% for me is always realizing like, yo, this shit could go left. You know how people lose themselves in relationships? How when you get with a man, the most important thing to you now is that man. That should not be the case. I don't care who I'm dating, and I'll raise my daughter like that. I don't care who you dating. The most important thing in your relationship should be you.
I agree with that, Brad, to a certain extent, but I feel I can still give
Well, I
100%
mean-
and still not lose myself.
You can give
Right.
100% and be worried. That's the part about being vulnerable. I've been married. It didn't work. Okay, so it didn't work. Does that mean I'm not going to try another time? I mean, that would be my decision. But the truth is, if you don't give your 100%, how do you expect to get what you want out of it?
What? So how do you figure what do you think that I would not do that would show you that I'm not giving 100%?
No. That's
Mine is just what I'm saying, because what I'm saying, I'll still do what I need to do.
But, okay, let me ask you a question. Just because you're doing what you think you should be doing, you may not be doing what she needs you to do because you're not exposing yourself in a way that will allow her to feel comfortable to ask what she needs of you.
That's a fact.
Say that one more time.
I heard that
He
ball.
didn't
That
hear
ball was
you,
deep.
though.
No. Go ahead. Ask that again.
Just because you're doing what you think you need to be doing,
Uh-huh.
it's what she needs you to be doing.
The only way for me to know what she needs of me is
Communication.
for her to communicate that to me.
She's not
And if
gonna
that's gonna make
communicate.
her-
She's not vulnerable, she's not going to communicate. Point blank, period. So, I don't know what chicks you've been dating or who you with, but if you to
How
you.
would she know that?
How
If,
do you know that though?
Well, because I'm 42 and I've dated a few niggas in this world, I can
few.
tell you right now, men and women are the same. You know when men are not being completely themselves. Period.
That's a fact.
It is it's not rocket science. We know when you're not being all the way yourself and you're not telling all the truth and you got certain
What do
friends.
you
It's
see?
that
What
intuition.
do you? All right. So what do you mean by being myself? Because Evan knows me. Evan knows me very well.
Yeah,
I'm
but you
100%
never
be
know.
myself.
Guys.
See, but see, I feel like that is one of the problems with men and women in general. I'm gonna be me around whoever I'm with, whatever gender you are.
You are-
I'ma be me.
you are an asshole around everybody. That is facts.
Yo, I'm gonna treat everybody the same.
Okay, that's great. All I know is I've dated a few dudes, and the truth is I'm just as secretive as dudes are. So,
Oh, okay.
I'm
Mm.
not secretive. I'm an open book. I tell you information that you don't even want to hear.
if she gave you a quiz about all your friends and every single person in your single life, you told her about every single person in your life?
Yep.
Okay.
I hold zero back. I tell you
Okay.
more information that you want to hear.
Whole self. How you not giving your whole self then? How you not?
Because I'm never gonna be 100% vulnerable to nobody.
Or maybe
I'm
you
gonna
just don't
still
wanna
make sure
admit.
that I'm the most important person in my life.
Maybe you don't want to.
Do you have kids?
Yep.
A beautiful daughter. Beautiful daughter.
And you're the most important person in your life, without your kids included.
With my kids included. Because if I'm not okay, I can't make sure my kids are okay.
Ways. You can't have it both ways. If you have children, you are not the most important person.
No, I disagree.
Why?
I disagree.
Right.
No, I
Your
disagree.
kids are.
No,
No,
But
that's
if I'm not,
true, because
if
if I'm
mentally off,
fucked up,
the
then
kid's
my
fucked
kid's
up.
gonna be fucked up.
That I agree.
Yo, listen, I have two. And
Two beautiful
I'm here to
daughters.
tell you
Two beautiful
that
daughters.
they are the first people in my life. You ain't never fucked up if your kids are the first, because you're gonna always do by your kids. If you are in a relationship, there's no way you're telling me that you want somebody to give you their whole heart and you are holding back a piece of yours. That makes no sense. Period.
To each his own.
I mean, whatever. But I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm with that. It was nice talking to you, though.
Absolutely. We appreciate you for
Thank
calling.
you for calling in.
Happy holidays.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Nah, I definitely get what she's saying, but
100% I get what you were
you
saying.
know,
No,
like,
her points are very valid.
For her, it's more so her kids are her pride and her joy. So basically, if her kids are being seen, taken care of, and they're well and they're happy, that makes her happy. For
But
some
that's a
people-
mom. That's a
but
mom
for some
thing, too.
people, no, but yeah, it is too, because we're more sensitive in that
That's
sense.
right.
But for
Reflex Radio.
Hey, yo.
Rob, what's up, sir? How are you doing?
Wabut.
Sapa say.
Alright, so the topic, y'all, first of all, I ain't gonna lie, the show is dope. I give it to y'all. Show is dope.
We don't just say what you gotta say, boy.
But the topic that y'all on though, Brad, I do have to agree with you. To give yourself, especially nowadays, if we living off of the old lifestyle of giving yourself up 100%, it's good. But in this day and age that we're in right now, with how a good majority, I won't say all, I won't put all women in one category, but the good majority of women, if you give yourself up 100%, you're looked at as weak.
You have to be
Agreed.
somewhat selfish.
No woman ever wants a man that's weak. They want a provider. They want somebody that they feel they can be protected, that can protect them in any situation standard. So you give yourself up 100%, you look vulnerable. You look weak. So I do have to agree with you on that.
I have to intervene, because if you have a good woman and you giving your 100%, and I mean on some mature shit, because some people's emotions are very immature and very radical, if I'm using the right word, meaning like they get mad over dumb shit, they're controlling, you know what I'm saying, but you still feel like you love that person. But if you're on some mature adult shit to where you're communicating and coming to understandings when y'all have complications, then it's different.
I agree. But Rob, let me go.
Because
Rob,
a woman is going to love you being vulnerable with her and you being open and honest and real.
can I ask? This is for the fellas. Rob, this is for you too. I agree with Brad to a certain extent. I want to be 100%, but sometimes you reserve shit. The reason why is, how many times, I'm not saying your significant other now or who you with now, even prior in your life, how many times you told a female something important and the argument is thrown in your face because you were vulnerable?
A good amount of time. That's true.
So men don't want to be vulnerable because you're going to say, I remember that time when you did blah, 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 blah. Who was there for you? I don't want to hear that when we fighting about my clothes not being clean.
That is accurate.
Women throw underneath the belt. I'm not saying you, Trish. I don't know your relationship habits.
We're not saying you, unicorn.
You know?
Fuck myself.
Her name is Sin, like the 7 deadly ones, but we're going to keep that going. Go ahead.
All right, understand. So I'm gonna ask you a question, right? So if you have a man, right, and your man is constantly telling you his feelings and crying around you and all that, how at the end? Granted, at the beginning, I give it. You know, he may, he's letting you know whatever case is. But let's give it take say 2, 3, 4 years down the road, and he's doing that consistently. How would you take that? How as a woman?
She about to get the fuck up out of there.
How would you look at that?
If he's crying and stuff,
Basically, he's a bitch.
If he's overly emotional.
Overly emotional.
Pouring out his emotions, he's crying during Bambi, all that kind of stuff,
Nah,
right?
I cried through Bambi, baby. It's
How
show, bro.
would you look? You a different breed, Evan. But how would you 3, 4 years down the road, someone that you want to settle down with, have kids with, have a picket fence? How would you look at him as a man? I wouldn't even say a provider because he could still provide and be like that. But how would you look at him as a man?
I mean, I wouldn't look at him any differently, but to me, crying and like, I don't know, I take that differently. Like, most men don't cry. So usually y'all cry because y'all might have lost your mom or, you know what I'm saying, somebody's real close to you in your family. But
he's
like,
constantly pouring his emotions out to you, like, in other words, giving himself up 100%, pouring his emotions. How would you view
pouring
him
his emotions out, like
or
saying
looking at
what?
him
Like, I'm
different
so
as
in
a
love
man?
with you and like
Just
pouring his
everything
emotions out
overall.
how?
Just it's like
Yeah,
he's
everything
overly
overall.
emotional with you.
Yeah.
I personally wouldn't like that. If he's overly emotional,
But that's him 100%. He
That's
might be an
100%.
emotional person.
but then that means that he's just not for me.
So in other words,
What female is he for?
you don't really
One
want
that
him at 100%.
accepts being
You want him at 100%
that way.
You as 100%, but not what he is, what he wants to be at 100%.
Slow down, Rob. Slow down. Stop yelling at me.
100%.
So everything, even if everything about him was good, you just wouldn't like the fact that he was overly emotional, and that would be a deal breaker.
For me, I would have to say yeah.
Okay.
Because you have to be as an individual, as a person, you could be overly emotional, but you have to have your emotions under control. You have to understand
fact, though.
yourself. You can't just be one way in the beginning and all of a sudden now I'm crying over everything and every little thing makes me emotional. Like, you kind of need some help then, you know, because that to me just don't.
That's him at 100%. That's him being his 100%.
So she just don't
Hold
like
on,
that
hold
100.
on. Yo, Rob,
He
real
might
quick, I
not
just
be
want to answer your
fully
question.
developed
Don't like that
100%.
I'm sorry.
I don't know, 'cause that's
But,
not for me. And don't get me
Sapphire
wrong,
said,
I love emotion.
Sapphire
You know
said
what I'm saying?
that if
I
he
love-
crying all the time, he need a strength. That's what she said.
He cry all the time. You what?
He need a therapist.
He might. He might.
See, shout out to Haas. Haas said, you gonna call him a bitch ass nigga in the argument.
Absolutely. You crying ass nigga, bitch ass nigga. Why don't you go cry about your mama?
That's not
Thank
right.
you. So Travis said, does anybody even know what 100% even looks like?
No one knows.
No, nobody knows.
No one knows, but I feel like you could almost feel it.
How?
At least if you're close to it, you
Nobody-
can feel it. You just feel that connected to like. if
My
like,
100%
alright,
is 80%.
So
You won't
and
know
you
the difference.
What? If your 100% is 80%, and that's what. Then we
But
can
what
have
if you
acceptance
love
for
that
your
80%? You think it's 100%.
Exactly.
I
That's
get
what
what
I'm saying.
I
I
get it.
said I get what
My
he's saying. I get
80%
what he's saying.
But
is
feel
it looks
it's
like 100.
You like, damn, this nigga really fuck with me.
Because
I
it's
love
gonna
him.
be, I'm gonna do everything I need to do. I'm gonna do everything you want me to do. I'm gonna be there and I'm gonna do everything. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, just know,
100.
just know,
You ain't gonna play me.
you ain't finna do this.
You ain't gonna be having me going to Florida crying.
That's a fact.
Me and Brad gonna jump, son. We see him on site. On site.
That last 20 for me in my head is like, yo, B, just know that this shit could go left.
If it go
She
left,
could leave
hold
your stupid ass.
hold your shit down.
and you gonna be crying. Just know that's a possibility.
Yeah, there's always a possibility that somebody gonna leave you. But
So that's what I mean by only giving 80. Like I always keep that in my mind. Nothing is forever to me.
Rob, we're gonna let you go. Rob,
That
we're gonna
sucks.
finish this up.
I'll be good, man.
All right, brother. Thanks for calling in.
that sucks. Cause nothing is guaranteed. But at the end of the day, you would hope that it will be.
Nothing is guaranteed in life but death and taxes, right?
But you know what? Also, too, that a lot
Unless
of
you're
us
Donald
do
Trump,
when we
then
come
taxes
into
are not guaranteed.
relationships-
Facts.
We're not gonna get into politics. But
But
what I will say though is that a lot of us ignore red flags.
hold that subject to next week. Oh my God! Don't talk
Okay.
about the red flag.
Because
I might have to
no,
come back.
No.
You're
We're
welcome.
gonna talk about red flags. We could address it. We got 10 minutes left. We could address it
Red
next topic.
flag-
But I will say though, a lot of us do ignore red flags. Each one of us is not for each one of us, if that makes sense to you.
So you're trying to say
Like,
it's one person to
just
one
because
person?
Me and you may date, hypothetically speaking, doesn't mean that we're supposed to be together.
You might be
I
missed
might-
right now.
Right. And I might come into your life to teach you a few things.
So you
to
a
get
lesson.
you prepared, because some people are a lesson, right?
You have to prepare. Listen, in
They
order
say,
to
feel
what's that phrase? Some
There's
people,
no losses, only lessons. That's what I was always told.
always,
or
always.
that, or some people come into your life
For a season.
One season,
But
yeah.
sometimes let them stay past that season. Sometimes winter should be winter, but you let it go to fall.
But that's what I'm saying, ignoring the red flags. You gotta not ignore those red flags.
See, but
If
I feel like
somebody is
people
not
that's
for
constantly
you-
giving everybody 100, them lessons takes tolls on their mental. So now, by
Because
the
they
time
stayed
them
for too long.
fifth lessons come around, they fucked up. And they no good to nobody.
It's
Hurt
a
people hurt people.
possibility, But,
Hurt people hurt people.
But at the same
That-
piece, hurt people do hurt
We're gonna
people.
talk about
That's-
that. We're gonna talk about it
at
around,
the
but
same
hurt
time,
people.
you gotta heal yourself.
No, listen.
A lot
the
of people
problem
don't
is
give
people-
themselves
that's
enough
the-
time.
they
in
go from
between.
relationship
They
to
go from
relationship.
relationship to relationship.
But
Like,
that goes
in my
back to what you said
situation,
earlier. A
I
lot of people
wanna
don't know
be
how to
in no
love themselves.
relationship. You know what I'm saying? Because I did, like I said before, a fake 3-year bid.
Gun charge relationship.
Okay. I was only really in a relationship with the person for like 6 months. But we stayed dealing with each other for 3 years.
But here's my opinion. In marriage and life, you're gonna have for better or for worse.
How long do you stay
For the worse. That's the question you gotta ask yourself. How
You
long is the
shouldn't
worst?
stay. You shouldn't stay
But
long.
it's not gonna be. If you with somebody for 20 years, you may have a bad year. 19 out of 20 ain't bad.
I mean,
But you
you
gonna
weigh
leave that
your
person for
options. Yeah, no, you weigh your options. I mean, if everything's been good,
Now,
and then-
if that's the
Yeah,
first
but-
year, it's
Okay,
a
alright,
bad
so
year.
like,
you there
this is
for
my-
5
this is
years,
my
right?
example,
You have
right?
a bad year, right? You say, yo, next year gonna be better. Next year is a trash ass year.
2020.
So, and then you be like, yo, all right, so boom, the next year after that, you have a decent year. Then the next year after that, you have a fucking trash year. So
Where you
how
gotta
many
go?
trash years do I gotta stay in
That's
this?
3 out of 4, bro. That's 3 out of 4. That's not good. That's not. Here's the thing. You're in a marriage for, let's say, 5 years, right? Let's use your example, right? The first year of marriage, if you haven't been with the person for a long time, because some niggas get married after 20 years of being together, that doesn't count. The average dating for marriage, I think, is like 3 years, and you get engaged. Like 6 months to a year, you get married, right? So you're with the person 4
Wait,
years.
3 years of dating?
Oh, you want to get married tomorrow?
No.
Yeah, 3 years of dating.
That's a
man.
good time.
3 years of, so there's dating doesn't mean you're in a relationship.
No,
though.
when I say
So
date,
3
like,
years
it's
in a relationship.
Okay,
and
you
then,
gotta clear that
yeah.
up.
My fault.
So,
3 years in
yeah.
a relationship. You date. You should still be dating when you're in a relationship.
How many couples do y'all know that been married for 10, 20 plus years and say, get married?
I do.
I do.
I know
I
quite a
don't.
few.
No,
But
I'm
marriage
saying
is
how
quite a
many.
few.
I'm saying
Marriage has
take
up
all
and
of
down.
the couples
I
you
know,
know.
I
Is there
know.
more that's telling you to get married?
Yo, I
or
got
more telling you
all
not
right,
get
for a
married?
perfect example. I use my
It
grandparents.
all
Right?
just
Rest in peace.
depends
My
on how
That's
grand.
a different
people get
love,
married,
though.
No. Listen, my grandfather will always tell me. He goes, "Some days I hate your grandmother."
Yeah.
He says, "I hate the things that she does sometimes." He said, "But I'd rather be with her because 80% of the time I love her." He said, "That 20% of the time I want to kill her." He said, "I just go for a walk."
Yeah.
But marriage nowadays, the problem with cheating is social media.
Yup.
Social
That's what I'm
media
saying.
makes
It's
it too ready.
That your grandparents' love is a different love
Social media is
out of a different time.
Social media is a good and bad thing. I don't believe in posting shit on social media.
I don't either.
I'm not a big post my relationship. Picture. We went to eat. We went to
don't
Vegas.
either.
We went here. I'm just not a big person on that. But some girls believe you don't post them, it's a problem. I think that's stupid. I think that I'm not saying my marriage is secretive, but it's private.
Everything is about Bro, I had my daughter. You probably
I mean,
seen my
your
daughter
real
on social
downfall
media
should
one
be
time.
private.
I don't think I ever seen a picture of your daughter. So I've seen your daughter in real life more than I've seen
Right.
you.
Yo, I am such a fan against
Yo,
fucking posting all of your life on social
media.
media.
Me and my wife, our rule for the first 6 months of my son's life, there was no social media pictures of him. Between us, we could not post. That was a rule me and her made. When we got to 6 months, we said we would decide what we were gonna do. Not because of that. It's just we didn't want anybody in our business. People still picture. I don't know what these freak niggas is doing. You know what I mean?
you're
I'm
right.
being serious, bro.
You're right. That's a
But-
fact.
But that comes with communication. Like you say, you're gonna meet 10 married couple. I'm gonna say 5. No guy is truly happy being 100% married because they feel like they lose freedom.
Yeah.
That's just a man is naturally to be wild. So you're gonna speak to 10 wives and 7 of those wives, everybody's gonna love their husband. My husband does everything I want him to do. Blah 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 blah.
And that wife that loves her husband might fucking hate her.
because of certain things. But there's gonna be good marriages. There's gonna be
And
bad
bad
marriages.
ones.
But
And this is why I say do not want a relationship unless my man is my best friend and my lover. I can't have it any other way.
I
Because if you haven't seen me go out with my girls, I need my man to be like, babe, I think you need a night out. Like,
But
I
that's not
agree
best
with
friend.
that though.
That's not
I
best
agree.
friend.
That's
Go
not.
out.
That's
You know
a.
what I'm
I feel like
saying?
that's a
Like-
regular
That's a
dude.
must.
That's a dude.
That's a
Like
must.
you should just like yo.
there's
I
some
hate.
niggas that do not want you going outside.
That's crazy.
Yo, I hate
There
that.
are some
I can
niggas
play
that
video
don't
games
like
all night.
Leave me
you
alone.
going outside
I
to
can
be
play
a thot.
video
Oh, you wearing that?
As long as you don't sleep
Insecure
with nobody
ass
else,
niggas,
I
like-
don't care.
Listen.
Leave me
I
in the
want my
crib
woman-
alone. Leave me alone.
I can do what I want.
And let me go hang out with my friends. When you want to hang out with your friend, yo, go. Babe, you want to go out? You don't have no money? Here. I'll pay for all of your friends.
Yo, it's
Leave.
no better joy. I'm gonna keep it real. It's no better joy with
You
me,
sound
Brad.
like you
No,
got some unicorn qualities in yourself because
No,
not
it's
niggas,
easy.
a lot of niggas
It's
is not like that.
Because they're jealous or because they're doing the dirt.
Right. People
You get
can
that?
project
What
on other
you-
people what they're doing.
That's true.
Yo, my wife, go out, enjoy, because I'm going to go to Smooth House. We're going to link up with Brad. We're
Yeah.
going to get Wayne.
We
Get some
gonna
Casamigos.
chill.
We're going to get some Casamigos and talk shit about nothing.
All right,
And while y'all out here
what
chilling,
if you, got
you
a
know,
woman
we
that
was
got
doing-
no
we were-
friends, right?
Then
And then
she
she's
should
on
be
some
my
like,
girl.
And
Yeah,
then
nah.
she's on some like, babe, can I come with you?
No.
No. No, and it's not that we're doing anything. It's just sometimes I want to talk shit to Brad about
So
my
she
wife.
never
Okay,
can come with you,
no,
though?
No. Yes, of course. This
3
time
out of 10 times you can come with me.
Listen, we bring our wives places, right?
Yo, we might be sitting in Smooth living room for 7 hours.
I don't want to feel rushed.
Right.
I
Doing nothing but listening to fucking music on YouTube.
I fell asleep. I got
Yo.
smacked that Smooth crib, woke up, got smacked again, went back to sleep.
Yo,
If she was with me,
that's
the
it.
first time I get drunk, I gotta go home. You know? So I get that, but it has to be a healthy separation. We're gonna bring it up next week, Trish. We gonna definitely talk about that.
Like the most hated question for me in a relationship, do you miss me? I say no.
I feel like
You don't
at
allow
this-
me
at
to
this-
miss you 'cause
at
you're
this
always
point in
near
life,
me.
Like, if your man is not telling you he misses you, then 9 times out of 10 he doesn't miss you. So just don't even set yourself up for that failure, ladies.
But here's the thing.
Don't even ask him.
I miss
because
my-
if you
I-
gotta ask, unless you got the type of man, see, and that falls into love languages because in that woman, her need is words of affirmation. So saying I love you, I miss you, I want to see you, that might even
tough
fall
for
into
me.
quality time.
That's tough for me.
I can say I love
Because
you.
some
No debating.
people they want to hear that. But if you have a man
That
and
is the
you
toughest
know
love
that
language for
he's
me.
not like that, then it's going to be hard for you to get that out of him.
But
Unless he's willing to step out of his comfort zone to please you.
that's
It doesn't
love
have to
language.
be a constant thing, but to know her love language is to say, okay, well, my woman's, way of receiving love is not me buying her gifts. It's just her simply saying, babe, I love you. Or,
That is to me,
I
know
me
miss you.
personally.
Can I tell you what love language
that is
is?
the toughest love language
I
to
tell you-
me.
no, the toughest love language- the best
because I
love-
didn't grow up like that. Like,
I
yo,
did.
affection makes me so uncomfortable. It's ridiculous,
I love affection.
bro. Yo, I've
love
been,
it.
yo. So Smooth would be like, yo, bro, I love you.
I say
But
you all the time. You be like,
I
yo,
just get wide eyed. Oh, I love you too. I love you too.
But I will
Yo,
say being
listen.
overly affectionate does make me uncomfortable.
we gonna bring up relationship. We gotta go. I didn't feel like an hour and a half, but we gotta go. We gotta pay these bills. We gotta do something. Brad, I may have to have you back on another time, bro. You was all right.
Yo,
Trish, I appreciate you.
I appreciate the
Sid.
invite.
Listen,
Shit was great.
we're gonna see you guys next week, same time, 6 to 8. We're gonna have some fun. We gonna dig into this relationship thing and this love language thing and all these signs.
I'm gonna
And
bring the book.
you gonna bring the book?
I'm gonna bring the book.
Because I'm an Aries and women
quoting.
and women always say negative things about us, but I think I'm a perfect person. Later, people. We'll see you next week. Check into the Queendom.
Word. Make sure you follow me on Instagram too. Beauty Designs with a Z.
The real
Don't forget.
E-Bonds. The real E-Bond. Because there's some fake niggas.
I'm done.
Hey, Poppy Loners, and make sure y'all listening tomorrow night for Life is Good podcast, and we're gonna talk about
Life
something
is good
great too.
Those are my guys.
Love y'all.